Following recent anti-Semitic comments, Kanye West, who now wants to be referred to as Ye, continues to make headlines, this time for claiming that George Floyd was killed by fentanyl consumption. On the Drink Champ podcast, Ye told host Noor and DJ EFN that Floyd being murdered by the knee of former police officer Derek Chauvin was a lie. He stated that officers hit Floyd with fentanyl and that Chauvin's knee was not on Floyd hard enough to kill him. Members of the Floyd family are considering taking legal actions against West for the false statement. They say he undermines and diminishes the family's fight. Ye has also made the news for recent anti-Semitic comments.
It's the season for spooky at the box office. The slasher film Halloween Ends made its debut in theaters this weekend, racking up $41.3 million in ticket sales. The horror film earned itself a 40% Rotten Tomatoes rating, taking first place at the box office. Another horror thriller, Smile, earned another $12.4 million, totaling a little over $71 million in 3 weeks. It landed in second place in the box office. Lyle Lyle Crocodile and The Woman King found themselves taking the third and fourth spots of the box, making less than $10 million and less than $5 million respectively. Amsterdam rounds out the top 5, generating a low $2.9 million.
K-pop group BTS reunited for a free concert in Busan, South Korea in support of the country's bid to host the World Expo 2030. On Saturday, more than 52,000 fans gathered for the BTS Yet to Come in Busan concert. Even more fans were outside watching the show live on several large screens. 100,000 more fans were expected to visit the stadium. South Korea is one of the 3 nations bidding to host the World Expo 2030, which is expected to be picked this year. BTS has been the official ambassadors for the World Expo 2030 in Busan since July.
Rapper Megan Thee Stallion spoke out about a burglary in her Los Angeles home one day before she was set to host Saturday Night Live. The 27-year-old rapper wasn't home when the burglary occurred. 2 male suspects left her house with cash, jewelry, and electronics. The LAPD cannot confirm if there are suspects in custody.
Reality TV star Khloe Kardashian is healing after she recently revealed she had a tumor removed from her face. She says she noticed a small bump on her cheek that did not heal after 7 months. That was when she went to get it checked. Doctors told her she would need to have an immediate operation to stop the growth from becoming cancerous. Kardashian says she hopes sharing her cancer scare will spur others to wear sunscreen and get their skin checked frequently.
Jiu-jitsu is an activity that helps relieve stress and build confidence. Our reporter Maximus Osborne talked to trainers and students at a local school about the benefits.
Jiu-jitsu is sometimes referred to as the gentle art, and here at New Ground Jiu-Jitsu in Van Nuys, the team knows just how to ease beginners, but also cater to those looking to ramp up the intensity. Michael Wong is one of the newer coaches at New Ground Jiu-Jitsu.
We integrate a lot of the wrestling and self-defense, especially in the beginner classes, into the actual class itself. As you go along higher in the advanced levels of jiu-jitsu, you focus more on the sport aspect.
Jiu-jitsu is a system of grappling with emphasis on activity from the back. The aim is to utilize techniques to catch your opponent into a submission. From there, jiu-jitsu practitioners say it's tap, nap, or snap. For many, it becomes a lifestyle. Pablo Humildad has been training at New Ground for several months.
I mean, it's a friendly environment. I mean, if you come with the right mind and wanting to learn, this is the spot. That's what I recommend everybody to come try it out.
There are many who train jiu-jitsu that end up falling in love with the art. Many say they gain more than techniques such as confidence, respect, and stress relief. Joshua Lee Kassan is a New Ground student and aspiring professional mixed martial artist.
Go for it. This is your space to do that, okay? But I would say most definitely the stress that you have through the day, put it into your emotions, put it into your technique, you know what I'm saying? And it really is, it's a beautiful thing.
New Ground Jiu-Jitsu is open from Sunday to Monday with available classes for all levels. Reporting from Van Nuys, I'm Maximus Osborne.
New Orleans Saints star running back Alvin Kamara is being sued for $10 million in damages for allegedly beating a man unconscious. Darnell Green Jr. claims Kamara and 3 other men beat and stomped him outside a Las Vegas nightclub on the morning of February 5th. Kamara allegedly started the altercation by pushing Green into a wall and repeatedly punching him in the face, even after Green was on the floor. Green was rushed to the hospital after sustaining severe injuries to his neck, back, head, shoulder, knee, and face. According to the complaint filed, Green will need continued surgeries. All 4 of the men involved are reportedly facing conspiracy to commit battery. Kamara's next hearing is scheduled for November 9th.
The San Diego Padres upset number 1 seed Los Angeles Dodgers on Saturday night in a 3-1 series record, advancing to the NLCS for the first time in 24 years. Dodgers had a 2-run lead going into the 7th inning. However, they were only able to get one more run before giving up 5 runs to the Padres in the same inning. Padres pitchers Robert Suarez and Josh Hader closed out the last 2 innings with 6 quick outs. San Diego will host Game 1 of the NLCS against the Philadelphia Phillies on Tuesday in the best-of-7 series. The winner will go on to the World Series.
Los Angeles Rams end a 2-game losing streak, getting a much-needed win against the Carolina Panthers. The home team had a rough start and went into halftime down. However, they started clicking and took the lead by the third quarter. Quarterback Matthew Stafford threw for 253 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Running back Darrell Henderson had a touchdown with 43 total rushing yards, while wide receiver Cooper Kupp led the team with 97 total yards. The final score was 24-10. Rams have a bye week this weekend.
The San Francisco 49ers suffered a hard loss at the hands of the Atlanta Falcons. The 49ers struggled at the start of the match but were able to tie the game halfway through the second quarter. Atlanta responded by scoring another touchdown, then one more in the third quarter. 49ers quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo threw for 296 yards. He also had 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Wide receiver Brandon Ayuk led the Niners with 83 yards and 2 touchdowns. The final score was 14-28. The 49ers will host the Kansas City Chiefs next.
The Major League Soccer playoffs are here, and the Los Angeles Galaxy find themselves advancing to the second round. The Galaxy hosted Nashville SC on Saturday for the first round of the playoffs in a highly anticipated game. Right back Julian Araujo scored the only goal of the game, headering the ball off a cross in the second half. This was minutes after Galaxy striker Javier Hernandez's goal was disallowed. Galaxy will be traveling to the Bank of California Stadium to play against hometown rivals LAFC. Game time is 7 p.m. Thursday.
Barbie is honoring music icon Tina Turner. Meet Tiny Tina Turner, part of Mattel's signature Barbie doll collection, which honors trailblazing women. Turner is one of the best-selling recording artists of all time. The superstar's doll is inspired by Turner's look in the 1985 video for her hit single, What's Love Got to Do With It? The limited edition Tina Turner Barbie doll will retail for $55 at Mattel's online store and can also be found at Target and Walmart stores. That's all for us at Valley View News. I'm Rocky Walker.
And I'm Camille Acevedo. For stories any time of day, go to our website, csunvalleyview.edu. Thanks for watching.
"2022 will be the 5th-year run of the Infinity Festival at the Goya Studios in Hollywood. The festival, which celebrates the creative talents of Hollywood and Silicon Valley, will feature talks from celebrities like Howie Mandel, John Heder, and Bollywood star A.R. Rahman. There will also be demos and panels from sponsors like XLA. Chief Curator Lori H. Swartz says the festival focuses on how people can use technology to enhance storytelling, media, and entertainment.
Leslie Jordan, an Emmy-winning actor, writer, and singer known for his roles in Will and Grace, American Horror Story, and Hearts of Fire, has died. He was 67. Jordan was driving in Hollywood Monday morning, and it is believed he suffered a medical emergency before crashing into the side of a building. Jordan was a veteran actor whose credits also included The Help, The Cool Kids, and Call Me Kat, which is currently in its 3rd season on Fox.
An Iowa homeowner is using her Halloween display to make a statement about abortion rights. The front yard features some scary and graphic images that have upset some neighbors. Des Moines resident Julie Schwarley says the yard display is designed to catch attention and provoke a reaction and is an unfiltered approach to support women's reproductive rights. Schwarley noted that she had the idea for the display the moment Roe v. Wade was overturned by the Supreme Court. She says she actually got more complaints last year when she had a display in favor of vaccines.
The Netflix hit series Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, has sparked a renewed interest in the infamous serial killer just in time for Halloween. But if you're thinking of grabbing a Dahmer costume off the e-commerce site eBay, think again. A spokesperson for eBay confirmed to CNN that any listings described as Jeffrey Dahmer costumes are being banned on the platform and removed under its violence and violent criminal policy. eBay's policy states that listing that promotes or glorify violence or violent acts are associated with individuals who are notorious for committing violent acts are not allowed.
LA's original farmers market and its accompanying fall festival started in 1934. Our reporter Rocky Walker had fun joining in on this year's seasonal celebration.
The annual Fall Festival has come back swinging at the original farmers market in LA. It attracts thousands from the surrounding areas.
Oh, the farmers market is just a one-of-a-kind place. I mean, it's really a landmark in Los Angeles, and there's such great history, and it's wonderful being able to support the small businesses here.
The Fall Festival and the original farmers market both started nearly 90 years ago. In 2020, it was canceled because of the pandemic. Last year, they held a more intimate celebration, but this year is like the old days. The pig races and petting zoos returned. The popular Artisan Alley draws crowds. This is artist Gene Granada's first time back since the pandemic.
It's been a few years, so it's great to be back and see how it's grown and see how people are having a great time.
Even though Halloween items like pumpkins and candy have seen price increases, 2022 is set to record $10.6 billion spent on the holiday. Analysts say Halloween participation has reached pre-pandemic levels. Now 70% of adults say they'll celebrate Halloween this year.
Especially after the pandemic, it's just nice to be outside.
It took hundreds of vendors and artists to bring this festival back to the vibrant community event it has always been. While pre-carved pumpkins like this one are only available during the Fall Festival, the uncarved variety will be available at the pumpkin patch here until Halloween. Reporting for Valley View News, I'm Rocky Walker.
For the second time ever, an intra-city or El Tráfico match between the LA Galaxy and LAFC was played in the second round of the MLS playoffs last Thursday. The game came down to the wire when LAFC striker Cristian Arango scored the game-winning goal in the 93rd minute. The final score was 3-2. The LAFC will be moving on to the Western Conference Finals, hosting Austin FC on Saturday afternoon. Austin FC are considered underdogs in the match.
The San Francisco 49ers hosted back-to-back home games, facing off with the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday. They jumped to a 3-point lead in the first quarter, but lost the lead by halftime. The Niners tried for a comeback in the second half, but the Chiefs kept their foot on the gas, outscoring their opponent in the second half. Sunday was the league's National Tight End Day, and 49ers star tight end George Kittle shined, leading the team with 98 total yards and 1 touchdown. Quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo threw for 303 yards with 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. The final score was 23-44. San Francisco has a bye week coming up this weekend.
The Los Angeles Chargers took a tough loss at home against the Seattle Seahawks, losing 37-23. The Bolts struggled all game, never having a lead and getting outscored in every quarter, adding yet another injury to an already injury-riddled defense. Chargers cornerback J.C. Jackson dislocated his right knee just before halftime. Wide receiver Mike Williams was also carried off the field in the fourth quarter with a potential sprained right ankle. Quarterback Justin Herbert had 293 total yards with 2 touchdowns and an interception. Star running back Austin Eckler led the team with 127 yards in total and 2 touchdowns. Chargers have a bye week this upcoming weekend.
The Los Angeles Lakers hosted the Portland Trail Blazers during their latest game at the Crypto.com Arena. The tense matchup came down to the last few possessions, but Lakers star LeBron James failed to hit the game-winning three-pointer in the final 3 seconds. James led the team with 31 points, followed by power forward Anthony Davis with 22 points. Los Angeles having a rough start to the season, going 0-3 so far. The final score was 104-106. The Lakers' next game is on Tuesday at 7 p.m. in Denver against the Nuggets.
The Phoenix Suns beat the LA Clippers in their recent matchup, 112-95. The Suns superstar Devin Booker led the Suns to the victory with 35 points. Suns point guard Chris Paul, who's in his 18th season, reached 11,000 career assists during the match. Forward Marcus Morris Sr. led the Clippers in scoring with 22 points.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson took the top spot at this weekend's box office with his new film Black Adam. The movie brought in close to $67 million during its opening weekend. This is the largest domestic opening ever for Johnson in a superhero role. Black Adam took a very windy route to reach theaters. The character had originally been planned to be a feature as a villain in 2019 Shazam before executives pivoted to give Black Adam a standalone feature. That is all for us at Valley View News. I'm Giovanni Galvez.
And I'm David Reyes. For stories any time of the day, go to our website, seasonvalleyview.edu. Thanks for watching.
Kanye West, now known as Ye, is comparing himself to Emmett Till. Sunday, he posted on Instagram a picture of the 14-year-old African American who was killed by two white men in 1955. The rapper says he's being economically and digitally lynched. Adidas and other companies dropped Ye because of anti-Semitic comments. West wants businessman Ari Emanuel to help find another school for his students at his Donda Academy. The academy was closed after his comments. Ye says he hopes Emanuel puts his dislikes for him aside in order to help the children.
After 7 months, Elon Musk has finalized the purchase of Twitter for $44 billion and has already fired several top executives after 1 day of the finalized deal. Those fired include Vijaya God, who was in charge of trust and safety for the platform. It's expected that Musk will reinstate banned accounts, but he said on Friday that reinstatements will be made until a content moderation council is put in place. Musk says he won't allow Twitter to devolve into a free-for-all hellscape.
He is not taking long to make changes to Twitter. He is reportedly going to start charging verified users $20 a month for Twitter Blue, which is currently an optional program that costs just $5 a month. Users who already have verification will have 90 days to subscribe or lose their blue check marks. The Verge reports Musk told employees to have the changes done by next week or they'll be fired.
He also tweeted a conspiracy theory about Paul Pelosi. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband was attacked at their home over the weekend. Musk tweeted an article with debunked claims about the assault. He later deleted the tweet involving a fringe anti-LGBTQ conspiracy theory, but not before thousands of people saw it. Twitter has not commented on the post.
Activists got into a sticky situation in order to highlight climate change. Two environmental activists glued themselves to a dinosaur display at Berlin's Natural History Museum. They put superglue on the poles holding the fossils. They claim the German government isn't addressing climate change. They're part of the movement called the Uprising of the Last Generation. The group staged multiple demonstrations, including throwing mashed potatoes at the Claude Monet painting. Berlin's Natural History Museum hasn't commented on the protest.
Invasive plants can disturb natural ecosystems, but a volunteer group is taking it into their own hands. Our reporter Micah Hall hiked with them.
The California Native Plant Society is an invasive plant removal organization. A group of volunteers from CNPS called Dawn Patrol removes invasive plants and trash at the Sepulveda Basin Wildlife Reserve. Volunteers George Waddell has 7 years of experience.
Invasive plants come from other parts of the world, and because of that, there are no insects or pests for these plants. That's one of the reasons why they grow so well.
Invasive plants need to be removed in order for native plants to flourish. Birds at the reserve rely on native plants to draw more insects. They use these insects to feed their young.
I find it very refreshing to be out here. Feels good to see the area, when the area's all done and clean.
This is hard work. The team puts in effort for 3 hours each time they meet. Recs and Parks help by providing trash bags. Full trash bags are thrown into a landfill.
More people means fewer weeds, and that means greater success for our native plants and animals. So we really need as many people as possible.
The CNPS Dawn Patrol meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6:30 to 9:30 in the morning here at the Sepulveda Basin Wildlife Area. They meet this early to try to beat the hot weather. Reporting from Van Nuys, I'm Michael Hall.
Rihanna debuted her new song for the upcoming movie Wakanda Forever. Rihanna's new song, Lift Me Up, is a tribute to the late Black Panther star Chadwick Boseman. He died of cancer in 2020. Rihanna had not released a song since her last album, Anti, dropped in 2016. The singer is scheduled to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show.
The 49ers were in town on Sunday facing the Rams at the SoFi Stadium. LA scored first and led by 4 at halftime. Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford threw for 187 yards and 1 touchdown, and he had 1 rushing touchdown. But San Francisco took the lead, scoring a touchdown in the last minute of the third quarter and in the first few minutes of the fourth quarter. In the last minute of the game, Rams star wide receiver Cooper Kupp rolled his ankle under a defender. He is now listed as day-to-day. 49ers new star running back Christian McCaffrey led the team with a touchdown hat-trick, throwing for 1 TD and running for 1 and catching for another. Quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo threw for 235 yards and 2 touchdowns. 49ers took the win 31-14. The Rams will be in Tampa Bay on Sunday taking on Tom Brady and his struggling Buccaneers. Kickoff is at 1:25 p.m. The 49ers are off next weekend.
For the first time in 8 years, a Los Angeles team is in the MLS Cup final. LAFC beat Austin FC 3-0 to take the Western Conference crown. LAFC striker Cristian Arango opened up the score at the 29th minute of the game. In the second half, Austin FC scored an own goal, and LAFC put the nail in the coffin at the 81st minute. This will be LAFC's first MLS Cup final after joining the league in 2018. They're going against the Philadelphia Union Saturday afternoon at 1 at Bank of California Stadium in downtown LA.
The Lakers have finally won their first game of the season, a 121-110 victory over the Denver Nuggets. LeBron James had 26 points. Russell Westbrook chipped in 18 points off the bench. Anthony Davis scored 23 points. The Lakers are 1-5 now, next to last in the Western Conference standing.
The LA Clippers have struggled on their 4th game losing streak. They lost to the New Orleans Pelicans 112-91 at Crypto.com Arena. Pelicans guard CJ McCollum had 22 points, and forward Zion Williamson had 21 points with 12 rebounds. Clippers star Paul George struggled from the floor, going 5 for 19 and scoring just 14 points. The only bright spot came from Norman Powell, scoring 18 points off the bench.
The Rock is dominating the box office in his latest film. Black Adam is the #1 movie in North America for the 2nd straight week, adding nearly $28 million. It's made $111 million domestically, a $250 million worldwide. Universal's rom-com Ticket to Paradise took 2nd place, bringing in $10 million. Pray for the Devil, Smile, and Hollywood Ends rounded out the top 5, each making less than $10 million.
NASA captured a jack-o'-lantern image of the sun. A NASA observatory captured what appeared to be a jack-o'-lantern-esque smile on the sun's surface, showing what are actually splotches on the sun's surface that are cooler than surrounding areas. The official Twitter account for NASA's Hello Physics Department referred to a simple smiling sun. The United Kingdom's Science and Technology Facilities Council weighed in by photoshopping a pumpkin into the picture.
That's all for us at Valley View News. I'm Giovanni Galvez.
And I'm David Reyes. For stories any time of day, go to our website, CSUNValleyView.edu. Thanks for watching.